Watson, you're being convicted of homicide for your brother's death, Franklin Watson. We're also charging you $1,000 for property damage. Is there anything you have to say?
I didn't damage anything, and I didn't kill my brother.
Would you care to explain why all your fingerprints are found near the crime scene?
I practically live in his house. He's my brother, for God's sake. Obviously my fingerprints are going to be painted all over his house.
Your boss has told us that you left work an hour early, but your neighbors told us that you haven't been home at all. This gives us reason to believe that you are behind the murder.
I only left early because I had a heavy headache. I left work to get medicine.
Lying won't do you any good, Mr. Watson. You planned this murder out for weeks. You're nothing but just a cold-hearted freak, crazy for your mother's money. You knew that your brother would get most of the share. That's why you killed it. Now let me break it down for you. 8 p.m., knowing your boss wouldn't let you leave work that easily, you finished all your documents and held a team meeting earlier than it was assigned. You left the office at 9 p.m. You got to a drugstore where you purchased rat poison that was used to poison Franklin. 10 p.m., you reached Franklin's house. You guys ate dinner, talked for a while, did all the brotherly stuff. We want to give him one more chance. So we tried to discuss the financial shares with him, but it got out of hand and led you guys into an argument. So why'd you come, Franklin?
Oh, you know, it's just the usual. Wait, let me bring it on. I just brought some papers along.
It's not what I think, is it?
Come on, just hear me out, Franklin.
No, we're not doing this again, okay? 11 p.m. You poisoned his milk, but the effect didn't seem to be strong enough. Watson? Is that you? Hello? 11:30 p.m. You thought you were clever, and you made it look like it was a crime scene. There was a lot of pushing, there was a lot of fighting, but none of that really happened.
No, what are you talking about?
It's really amazing what people can do for money. Now, any last words, Mr. Watson?
This isn't true. Franklin and I had never discussed this. We weren't ever worried about the share of the money. I love Franklin. And just remember this, I would never ever kill him. Here's what really happened. I held a team meeting because I was feeling sick. I went to the drugstore and bought headache relief. When I got to the drugstore, Mike, my stepdad, had called me and he told me to get rat poison. Apparently there were way too many rats in his house in the past few days. 9:30 p.m. I was going home, but I got a call from Franklin. He sounded very unusual. I tried to ask him what was wrong, but he cut the phone right away. I got to his house later that night, and the door was already open. When I got there, he'd already been asleep. He was on the couch, and the TV was on. It was so late, I decided to stay over for the night. I made myself dinner and went to bed in his room. 11:30 p.m. I heard a lot of sounds. I even heard screaming. I always thought Franklin's house was haunted. The water was dripping, but suddenly I heard the door shut.
Franklin!
And I screamed for Franklin, but he didn't answer. I got up and searched all the rooms.
What was that?
And there he was, just lying on the ground, dead.
Franklin! Franklin! Franklin, wake up! Franklin! Franklin, who did this to you?
Sorry I'm late, gentlemen.
Detective, where the heck have you been?
Sherlock, what are you doing here?
Don't worry, Watson. I just cracked your case. I know where it happened, I know how it happened, and most importantly, I know who did it.
Who?
Come on in, Mr. Mike.
Dad?
Please excuse this rubbish. Sherlock, what's going on here?
Here's the man, the greed, and the big question mark that has left everyone in the dark. In other words, he is the man behind Franklin Watson's death.
I just don't get it. Why would a father kill his own son?
Same question I ask you. Why would a brother kill his own brother? And he isn't their dad, he's their stepfather. Point to be noted. He only married Watson's mother because he knew she was rich. After her death, he would be obligated to all the money. And guess what? He had to pay $25,000 to each of the boys. He didn't want to give the money away. He made everyone think that it was Watson that had killed him. In his eyes, Franklin was dead and Watson was going to be in jail, which would leave him with all the money in the end.
Wait, what? How do you even do this? There's no evidence proving that there's a third man in this murder.
Well, he's sneaky. You see, he knew Watson had been sick for a couple of days and he knew Watson was going to go to the drugstore to get some medicine. And so, apparently there were a lot of rats in his house and he ordered rat poison. 9:15 p.m. Franklin was in the shower when Mike snuck in his house. Mike called Watson using Franklin's home phone, which led Watson to believe it was Franklin talking all
Watson,
along.
it's Franklin.
Hey Franklin, what's up?
Can you come here really quickly?
Well, Franklin. Hello?
9:30 p.m. Mike saw Franklin's milk on the table, and he had his own bottle of rat poison with him. He mixed it inside the milk. Mike hid in the closet. Franklin drank the poisoned milk and fell asleep on the couch with the TV on. Mike was hoping that the rat poison would work. 10 o'clock p.m. Watson came home and noticed Franklin was already asleep. He ate dinner and realized it was so late in the night that he decided to stay over. 11:30 p.m. Mike, shocked the poison hadn't worked,
Who is it? Hello? Anyone there? Hello? Hello?
and this is when he woke up to the noise and seen his own brother dead on the ground. Obviously he was terrified because his brother had been killed. You see, it was this man. He killed Franklin, full of greed, and made it seem like Watson was the real culprit.
Wow, it's really amazing what someone can do for money. But I have one question, Sherlock. How do you know it was his stepdad?
When Watson told me about what happened that night, I went to investigate the crime scene and I noticed the side door wasn't locked. I found a full bottle of rat poison in the garbage. This was the one that Watson had brought from the drugstore. Mike used his own bottle and tried to poison Franklin, but later took the rat poison out of Watson's jacket and changed the bottle so Watson's fingerprints would be on it. Mike, you were very smart. As any killer would, you wore gloves to keep your fingerprints off, but you left your hat behind in the closet you were hiding. So remember next time, if there is a next time, no hats indoors. And I'm intrigued to see how this plays out in court.
Darling, you with me, always around me. Only